Hi, Jeannie here, and today I'm going to show you how to use DocuSign. So I'm at DocuSign.com and I signed up for a 30-day trial. And on this tab in my browser, I'm already logged into that trial account. And when you go to the home screen, you have this overview: action required, waiting on others, expiring soon, and completed. And let's go to start now. Here I'm going to upload a document, so I'll click right in here. You can upload a few different types, so you'll see it here in the drop down, but I'm going to go ahead and click in here and upload from my computer. Okay, so I have this demo document here, and I'm just going to open it up. This is just for demonstration purposes, so it's not necessarily what I might use, but this is a template and it gives you a preview of the document. And the most important thing is the signature area. And so here you have the signature page. Let's close out the preview. And from here, you can add the recipients. So you can mark that you're the only signer, or you can add more signers, and you can change the signing order as well. So I'm just going to put in a test signer right here. Okay, so you just put in the name and the email address. You can also go to this icon and add to an address book. So DocuSign will save those contacts, and you can customize this more if you want and add a private message. I usually don't do that. So let's just add myself. So I'm just going to add me and an email address, and then you can add a message. I usually like to do this. So I expand this down. You have a subject line, which you can customize, and an email message. So here's the email message, and I believe that everyone on this signer list will get that message. So you might want to make it generic. And you can also set a signing order. So there's numbers here and you can drag and drop. So maybe I'm the first signer and this is the second signer, etc. So I'm just going to go to next. And here you can switch between recipients here, and this is very important because when you're setting up the sign fields to be filled in, you want to select the right person. So with DocuSign, you have a few standard fields. So you have just a generic signature field, and you can also add a custom field. And I like to add custom fields for anyone that typically needs to sign a document on a reoccurring basis. So here are just the basic fields. So I don't really have one for address. So normally I have that already in my document. I'm going to leave that blank right now. The phone number you can put in if you want to. And I'm also going to leave that blank in this case. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm selected Gina Decker, so I'm going to scroll down, and this is where the signature needs to be. So what I like to do is either select this and add the signature right here, which is the most simple, and then add the date signed, which is right here. And so I'll just make it a little bit above because it doesn't quite line up with the spacing. And so you can always edit your document so that the spacing looks good. And then the other thing you'll want to do is go to the drop down and select the other person that needs to sign. So they can have a signature. It's going to be in a different color and the date they signed. Now, if you want to save these things, you're reusing the same field. So you can create, here it is, test name or Gina Decker. So Gina Decker, you could do formatting. I usually don't do that. The label is the date signed or you could customize this a little bit more. So I usually don't mess with these things. I'll just put recipient and data label. I usually like to put this, Gina Decker signature, and then you save as custom field. And so it'll have it right here. You can change this. So it has the date signed. So I might want to actually do this over. And so date signed is selected. I probably want signature. So signature, Gina Decker signature. Here it is. So I'll save that. And that looks right. So it's a signature field. I have a name for it. You can make this more understandable if you want to. And I'll just save that. So next time, if I go into the standard fields, I have this option, or let's just delete this. If you make a mistake, you can just select the box and hit delete. So here I'm selecting myself, and I'm going to go to the custom field. So there I am, and I'll just add back the date signed. And so now you can see you have two options right here, and they're in different colors. So test name is right here, and I'm just going to double check since the colors look different. So this should be blue, and this should be the date signed. And what you want to do is preview. So it is helpful to preview, and you can preview from both signers, also on desktop or a different type of device. So you'll just scroll down. Here it inserts the date, which DocuSign will do automatically, and then the secure signature will be there. If you wanted to preview under a different person, you can select that person and make sure that you've put the custom fields where they need to be. So this one's correct. And so I'm going to X out of this. And if you ever have to go back and edit anything, you can edit the message, the recipient, the document, etc. So I'm just going to go ahead and send this at this point. And so it confirms that it's sent. When you log back in, you can go to Manage, and you'll see the status of the document. So right now there's one, waiting on others. And so I can check my email now and see if I have a notice from DocuSign. Okay, so I did receive the email. It will look like this. So the subject line that you put in will be here, and then I'll just click Review Document. If you're signing this on a phone, you can easily sign on your phone, or you can use the desktop. So I'll just allow my location. So the message is right here, the custom message. You can agree and continue. And so here you can start to sign. So we'll start, we'll click right here, and there's a couple different ways to fill this in. So you can either use a touch screen to draw, or draw with your mouse, or use just the DocuSign signature, which is also okay. So that's fine for me. I'm just going to go to Finish. And it's been saved. So at this point, you can log back in and update the status. So you'll see when you go back the status of your document. And you'll also receive a notice from DocuSign that the contract has been viewed. So you can click Review and you can sign back in. All right, so once you've signed back in, you'll see that you have a document waiting for others. So that's the other person on my agreement that needs to sign. So you can go to Manage, and then here you can either search, if you remember what you named the document, or you can go to Sent, which is usually what I do, or Drafts, or Deleted. And so DocuSign will save a record of anything that's voided or sent or waiting on others. So it does say that I've signed it. So if I click on here, I'll see a record. So it says the date and the time that I signed and where I signed. And so you can have a preview right here if you want to review that. You can scroll down, there's the signature. We're still waiting on this one. So once this person signs, and it's just a test, then it'll show the signature, and then afterwards you're going to receive a notice, and you can go ahead and download the completed document as well as a summary of this information when people signed. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.